Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef, the alternate, your nerdy alternative, and I am here live Royal Clubhouse this week with Revealing the Narc, otherwise known as Revealing. Thank you so much for joining me this week, Revealing. And yeah, did you get a chance to watch this full clip of the gruesome twosome and their joint appearance, their first joint appearance in like over a month?
I did, and it might be their first joint appearance, but I don't think this was recorded this week. In fact, I read somewhere that this was actually recorded while they were in Colombia. And Meghan looks different, right? Like she doesn't look like Meghan from November or October. She looks like Meghan from August.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen the comparisons of Megsy in August to Megsy now, and it's like we're looking at this video here, and I've just got one question, and I'm just asking for a friend here, guys, but where's the bronzer? Where's the damn bronzer? All right. But before we get into Revealing's analysis of this, and she's kindly clipped 9 clips to go through, just a little bit of my observations with all of this. To me, okay, first and foremost, it feels like she's actually, how do I put this, shoving Prince Harry out of the way. Whether it's subconsciously or consciously, she's doing it because when you look at where they're stood, they're not centralized. Prince Harry is shoved further to the left here, whereas Megsy is going further in from the right. And so it's like Megsy's trying to still get central appearance and shoving Prince Harry off to the side and being like, you're just a side piece now. I mean, we all know, especially from one of my videos from yesterday, Prince Harry in America is now more known for being Mrs. Markle, Mrs. Meghan Markle. He's more known for being married to Megsy. So that should say everything there. Also, as well, this whole video gave me shades of this. If anyone remembers this, this was the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard video where, my goodness, this was like, what, 11 years ago? So ridiculous, donkey's years ago, right? They had to do an apology video because they violated Australian rules when they tried to take their dogs into the country. And this video, when you watch it, it gives me shades of that they're both under hostage to provide a public apology by the Australian government. They both look uncomfortable and it both looks very forced indeed. And when I look at the gruesome twosome here, I see the same thing. I see shades of this being like they're under hostage, that they're very uncomfortable, that it looks forced. I see, Megsy's smile here looking forced. It looks strained to me. Hazard just can't be bothered anymore at this point. His face says it all, really, at the end of the day. But yeah, they're just a couple of my very, very amateur, observations of Hazard and Megsy from this particular video. But Revealing, I mean, you have a lot more insight than myself. So let's get on to the first clip here. And yeah, if you could just kind of explain why you chose this first clip and what this signifies between them from your analysis.
We know Meghan does not like Harry. So this is this is when the video starts and she is completely acting like she admires Harry. And it reminds me of when they were in New York, when she was wearing the gold dress. There's a picture of them and she's looking up lovingly at him, but we know that that's an act. So I just wanted to show that it's beginning as her feeling like she's on stage.
Yeah. I mean, I remember the I think it was like the this Sunday morning interview that they did a few months back to launch this Parents Network thing. And this particular look that you're seeing right here where Megsy is looking at Hazard, it's kind of got shades of that where Megzy looked at Hazza in the same way, in a way, in that interview, but it was like full of disgust and I don't care what you say. It's like, kind of like condescending in a way. Did you get any shades of that as well, revealing?
With this interview or the one from the CBS Sunday Morning? This one, I feel she was on her best behavior, to be honest. There's not a whole lot. I think, I don't know exactly when they filmed this, but maybe she had been reading the tabloids. Well, we know she's always reading the tabloids, but maybe she was like, okay, I need to not look at him like that because everyone is talking about how I'm disgusted of him and I can't stand his voice. So I think there's a lot of that at play too.
All right. Well, let's get to the second clip and let's play this.
Okay, so this one I put for comedic reasons because she looks like this the whole time. And you guys, like, if this is being recorded, who do you think she's looking at? Who do you think she's looking at and smiling like that? At herself, right? Like, I feel like this is narcissism on display.
Yeah, it's like, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? And the mirror is then a reflection of Megzy, and she's like, It's like,
look how beautiful I am, and with that smile. And she does it for the whole interview. Like, I don't know if you can tell, like when you're FaceTiming with someone, you know that they're not looking at you, they're looking at themselves. I feel like this is what this is. She's looking at herself.
it's like, I'm really going to show my nerd credentials here a little bit, but it's like that, like relief and happiness of seeing something that you value, like Gollum in Lord of the Rings, and he gets that ring and he's like, like that pure happiness of seeing something that he values. Feels like it's the same with Megzy, but she's seeing a reflection of herself, which she values more than anything else. So again, it's this like burst of just contentment and happiness, that kind of thing. Yeah, I definitely think that definitely has comedic value. Let's go on to the next clip. So what are we seeing here, revealing?
In this one, what happens right after this is it's Meghan's turn to talk, and she, like the way she's looking at him and looking away, she's just ready. Like, stop talking, it's my turn. Her mouth is already open, ready to say the words that are next.
Yeah. It's like, if I'm not mistaken, does it look like her jaw is clenched a little bit?
It does. It does. I noticed that also. And yeah, she's always stressed when he's talking because it's not her turn. Yeah.
And there's a bit of like this pouting as well, which again, I would say indicates that this jaw is clenched. And she's like, like ready to say something and take the spotlight back away from Harry. Which we saw like when it was either, I get them mixed up, apologies guys, of course you must correct me in the chat, but it was either the Colombia or the Nigeria trip where she's talking and then all of a sudden Prince Harry interrupts her and you see it, like she just goes like that and it's like her jaw is clenched. She looks like she could absolutely just murder him because he dared to interrupt her, that kind of thing. I'm seeing shades of that here. Let's go on to clip number 4. So, revealing, what are we seeing here?
So this one had audio.
Okay, let me play it then.
My husband and I recognized.
It's just
my husband and I recognized.
Okay.
The clip is what, 3 minutes long? She never once says his name, which is typical of her, and she speaks for him all the time. So it's my husband and I, or H, or it's never, he's not he's an object to her. He's an extension of herself. He doesn't have an identity. It's just my husband or H.
Yeah, there's definitely, and I've noticed that as well, you know, the ultimately the dehumanization of Prince Harry by taking away his name. To me, it's a form of dehumanization because a name is unique to that particular person that makes them human. And by taking that away, you're taking away, you know, part of their humanity, again, the dehumanization. And by also doing that, she is, as far as I'm concerned, devaluing Prince Harry publicly. Would you agree? Is there anything
Absolutely.
else to add to that, do you think?
Absolutely. And not just that, but she speaks for him. She talks about how he feels, how he thinks, how this is his cause. She feels she is entitled to speak for him. And she does that all the time.
Is that a typical trait for a narcissist, in your opinion, that they take that amount of control where they speak for that person as well?
I think it definitely is for Meghan, and it's because Meghan wants to be center stage. So by saying my husband and I feel this way, that stops Harry from talking because she already said what he feels. He can't come out and say, like, it doesn't give him an opportunity to talk about what he might think. And it automatically makes it that his thoughts and feelings and everything have to align with whatever she believes and feels.
Makes sense. Fair play. Let's get on to the next clip then that we've got. Clip number 5. Does audio need to be played on this one, revealing?
Yes, this one has audio too.
This one has audio too. Okay then. So let's play this.
Exploit gaps in outdated legal systems. Exploit gaps in outdated legal systems. Exploit gaps in outdated legal systems.
Okay, so revealing, what are we seeing here?
This one just annoyed me because who is he to tell us that we have gaps in our legal system? How does he know what gaps we have in our legal system? Please explain that to me.
Yes!
And you're leaving. Okay, so they're talking. So, okay. So he's from the UK, right?
Yeah.
And now he lives in America. And supposedly this interview happened in Colombia. In which system are there gaps in the legal system? Which country is he talking about? And how is he an expert in each of these countries? Anyways, I get really animated about that because you know where this is heading. This is heading towards censorship. Ultimately, that is their goal. But I'll talk about that in a little bit.
All right, fair play. Yeah, like, I mean, it is no secret, let's say, that Prince Harry wants to, as far as I'm concerned, opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, control speech, control freedom of speech. I mean, he turned round, absolutely amazing, he would say this out loud in public, and said that the First Amendment is bonkers. It's like,
Yeah,
what?
it's maddening.
He's part
It's
of the
like-
Aspen Institute. You know, he's fighting so many newspapers, publishers at the moment. In the UK, he's got so many court cases against them going on at the moment. Like, yeah, he really wants to control freedom of speech. And, you know, trying to bend the legal system to his will. It's insane. Well, sorry, what were you going to say, revealing, anywho?
I was going to say, so I'm an American, and our country fought a war 250 years ago and made freedom of speech amendment number 1. It was the number 1 priority of our forefathers. And it's critical. It's critical. Just because you don't like what someone has to say doesn't mean you have the right to duct tape their mouths shut.
He would love to do that. He and Megsy would love to do that. It would make their lives so much easier, that is for sure. Let's get on to the 6th clip that you kindly sent over here. Do I need to do the audio on this one, revealing?
Yes, but maybe before we begin, what I can say is that the reason I put this clip is because I feel the language, and actually for this clip and the next clip, her language is very manipulative, in my opinion.
Let's find out how and why then. Let's play this.
Parents from the Parents Network are sharing their personal stories about their families' experiences with you all this week. We hope their voices and message will reaffirm this room's commitment to taking a clear-eyed approach to the reality of violence targeting children in this digital age. Parents from the Parents Network are sharing their personal stories about their families' experiences with you all this week. We hope their voices and message will reaffirm this room's commitment to taking a clear-eyed approach to the reality of violence targeting children in this digital age.
So do you notice that it's like, it's almost a sense of control. Like we hope that you see that, and we hope that you're still committed to helping these children and what's going on with them. It's manipulative language to me.
Do you know what? Okay, there's two things here that I'd know about this particular clip. Firstly, the age-old kind of main criticism of Harry and Meghan. Don't throw stones in glass houses. Clean up the Sussex squad first before you try and lecture the internet on online cyberbullying and harassment elsewhere. First and foremost. Secondly, are you seeing what I'm seeing here, or am I just completely just gone at this point? Gone with the fairies at this point. I see her eyes. They're not moving. There's no expression. It's like the dead eyes is what I'm getting. There's no like, let me take my glasses off here. You know, when you smile, you know, when you're talking, your eyes and the muscles around your eyes move, right? That's what happens. Here, though, like I said, unless I'm gone away with the fairies, I'm not seeing much eye movement at all around the orbital bone, around the brow bone here, or anything. I don't know. It's very unnerving to me. Oh, what are your thoughts? Am I completely wrong? I mean, please tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me.
I do see that, and this interview gives me a lot of the same vibes as that CBS interview. In the CBS interview, she couldn't hide her disdain for Harry, and here she is, able to hide it a little bit better, maybe based off of criticism. If this video was filmed at the same time as they were in Colombia, and I think that was around the same time that, or I'm sorry, if the CBS interview was filmed while they were in Colombia, maybe she had just had a fresh round of Botox, and that's what we're seeing. And also, I think their faces are incredibly filtered. So we may not be seeing the details because it looks like there's a ring light on her if you look at maybe the reflection in her eyes. And I mean, ultimately, she really doesn't care about the children. So when you don't care and you're a person that has no ability to empathize with people, then you won't see the emotions in the eyes of the person.
I mean, I was thinking legitimately, you know, maybe allegedly she's had Botox or something done that freezes the face. And maybe that's why we're not seeing so much expression around the eyes when she's talking like this. I mean, not even the brows are moving. Like, it's really, really strange and very unnerving. Let's get to clip number 7. Again, if I remember rightly, you mentioned audio on this one as well, revealing, yes?
Yes.
All right, then. Let's kick off on this one.
We must also commit to establishing standards that prioritize children's safety. We must also commit to establishing standards that prioritize children's safety.
Again, who doesn't want to prioritize children's safety? It's just very, very much, maybe I should give a little bit of context. They're playing this clip at that conference in Colombia. Let me see what it was called. Okay, so it's the Global Ministerial Conference on Ending Violence Against Children. So this video is being played to a group of people. And to me, there's a lot of manipulation here to get the people to work together and achieve whatever goal it is that Harry and Megxie want them to achieve, which we know it's basically to silence people. So they're using very charged language, I feel, to make people, what is that called? Groupthink?
Yes.
It's almost like, and I hate to say it like this, it's almost like they're cult leaders. Like they want everyone to be in agreement with them, and the words they use are to manipulate everyone. And actually, the next clip will be Harry speaking, but that is another, I feel, manipulation that he uses too.
I mean, revealing, I swear on my life, as soon as you said groupthink, I had in my head cult. Cult. I mean, the Sussex squad, as far as I'm concerned, is one big massive cult in of itself. And so, yeah, I totally agree with that. Before we get to the next clip, though, again, please tell me if I'm wrong. Call me out on my channel, live revealing. I really don't mind. I'm seeing this freeze frame after she's just said all that. Is she just smiling there a little bit? A bit of like Duper's delight.
Yeah, I mean,
Why would you be smiling about a subject that's horrific and really bad? It's not like you're talking about Pokemon, Pikachus, Charizards, rainbows, and unicorns, right?
so you and I know that her end game is freedom of speech. I mean, sorry, to stop freedom of speech. But she is trying to present it that this is for the children, for online safety for the children. She is smiling because she believes she has tricked us into believing what she's saying.
Yeah.
That's what the Duper's delight is. Like, oh, look, I fooled them. And it's her perception. She thinks she's fooled us. We're not fooled, Meghan. We know what you're up to. And there could be a little bit of that. Man, Meghan is so bad at hiding her like emotions in her face. Even if this was allegedly a full face of Botox, she just can't hide it.
Well, she can't hide it from us, that is for sure, and definitely not from revealing. Revealing is definitely on it like a car bonnet, guys. Let's get to clip number 8. By your memory, would you like me to play the audio for this clip as well, hon?
Yes, please.
All right, let's go.
And are grateful for the leadership, expertise, and testimonies that will come together in this room to address all forms of violence targeting the most vulnerable in our world.
Now, one thing I will say on this. So, for those that don't know, I have a degree in international relations and security studies. I did 3 years of conflict resolution. So, the art of communication, negotiation, language. And one thing that stuck out to me here, just playing that, is this is not natural speech from Harry. It's not natural speech at all. When you hear him, guys, he's stopping and starting. There's no flow to what he's saying whatsoever, which to me means one or two things or both of these things combined. A, he has no confidence whatsoever, and B, does not believe in what he's saying. It could either be one of those two things or it could be both of them combined. Because again, when we just play this, listen to it. It's not flowing at all what he's saying here.
And are grateful for the leadership, expertise, and testimonies that will come together in this room to address all forms of violence targeting the most vulnerable in our world.
Like, there's pauses where I wouldn't expect them to be pauses. The bits where he's listing things, fine. Okay, there's going to be pauses there. But the rest of it, there's pauses in this that shouldn't be there. And so that, to me, is red flag city. But revealing, we're not here for my analysis. Screw me. What do I know? Revealing. Go for it. Take us back to school.
I had no idea you had a degree in analyzing language. We should have, I don't know, we should do this more often because
More than happy to.
so I listen to words a lot because when I was growing up, the words that people said and their actions were always opposite. So for me, I listen to specific words and that tells me if I'm in a safe place or not, right? So when I listen to talk like this, first of all, it's really hard to watch their videos because it's word salad. Like what he said right now could seriously be summarized in like a 5-word sentence, right? But what I think my reason for choosing this clip is imagine that you're at this conference and there are people in the conference that don't know much about the topic, right? So by Harry stressing that this is a room full of experts, it's further putting that cult-like mentality. Like, okay, you may not know, you may not have had experience in online safety and how children behave and whatever, but you're in a room full of experts. So believe who you're surrounded by. That's what I took away from this clip.
Yeah, it's essentially, just to kind of summarize it, trust me, bro.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Bro, shut the front door on the way out. Bye, Felicia. We don't know you anymore kind of situation. Let's go to the final clip here. Again, revealing, would you like me to play the audio for this, hun?
The audio and this one is hilarious. So I hope we get a lot of laughs out of this one.
Let's do it. I mean, to be fair, where you've just started the clip from, I'm just going to joke here, but it looks like, you know, Megs is constipated right there. So we're already getting off to the funnies right there, revealing. So top marks to you. Let's play this.
Together we can harness this moment to drive lasting change. Together we can harness this moment to drive lasting change.
Okay, so this is what I see. That whole
Together we can.
clip that was, that whole clip that was 2.5 minutes long, they stood like the way they've been standing. They didn't move. So I wonder if when Meghan says the word harness, if that's a code word for Harry to pull in for the hug. So it was just funny to me because as soon as he speaks that word, he pulls her in and, you know, it's all for the cameras. It's all a show.
Yeah. And again, it's speaking to this whole word salad. What they're saying, and when you watch the full clip, to me, there's no substance in it whatsoever. They're essentially giving what I would say a politician's answer, which is dancing around the situation, doing a fancy speech, but it's not really answering the issues whatsoever that they're trying to address in the first place. In other words, opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, here in this video, they want to be seen that they're doing something. They want to be seen that they're taking this cause and they're running with it and they're doing good. But they're not doing that whatsoever as far as I'm concerned based on this video. Their whole mantra of show up and do good. Yeah, they show up, but do good? It should be show up and then do good, ? On their actual foundation website. That to me should actually be their tagline, because are they actually doing any good whatsoever? I don't think so. And again, this speech is a lot of word salad that's absolutely meaningless. And their whole body language is completely meaningless as well, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, sorry.
No, go
Steph.
for it, Vivian, please.
I don't know how people can say so many words but say nothing at the same time. I was actually frustrated doing this because, you know, people have a short attention span. And so you listen to the beginning of the sentence, and by the time they're in the middle of the sentence, I'm lost. What are you talking about?
Is that a tactic for a narcissist? Complete word salad.
You know, and this is my experience with my ex-husband. When we would have arguments, it's funny that you say that. It was exactly like that. You're like, you have a point, you know that something didn't sit right with you, but you get halfway through the conversation and you're like, what is this argument about? Like, you forget because they muddy the water so much. So I believe that is a tactic that narcissists have used, and my ex-husband definitely used that on me. It's so confusing.
And I suppose the narcissist using word salad in order to evoke confusion in their victim is a form of control, because when the victim is confused, they're more primed then to be controlled because they don't know which way to
Absolutely.
go. So then they're going to be coerced at that point, right?
Absolutely.
Wow. Which is potentially what Megs is trying to do here. Oh my goodness. Shivers down my spine, guys. Oh my goodness. I've just come to like a come to Jesus moment kind of realization with her word salad situation. Oh my goodness, revealing. We need to hook up even more. I'm learning so much from you right now. It is insane. Guys, if you want to learn even more, you will not regret it. Head on over to Revealing's channel, Revealing the Narc. She deserves way more subscribers and way more views than she's getting right now. She is bringing the fire. She is bringing the knowledge. She is bringing the tea to the gruesome twosome. Nothing is escaping the eyes of Revealing. So if you want to make sure you are not missing out on the hidden secrets, the hidden body language secrets, when I can get my teeth back in, when it comes to Hazza and Megsy, head on over to Revealing's channel right now. Also as well, guys, did you know that Royal Clubhouse is now an audio-only podcast exclusively on Spotify? So if you have a Spotify account, please head on over, give me a follow, and give me some love over on the Spotify platform. And as a thank you to the Spotify followers, the final segment of Royal Clubhouse, which is The Last Word, is a replay exclusive only on Spotify. So if you want to hear the whole thing, including the Last Word segment, make sure you're on Spotify with that. With that being said, as always, please do make sure you are subscribed to this channel. We are going through a little bit of a YouTube purge at the moment. And for those that aren't subscribed, please subscribe right now so we can stick 2 fingers up at YouTube and say, not today, Satan. With that being said, everyone on the live stream say exactly where you are, because the next segment is the non-Hazza and Megsy news of the week. Everyone else watching on the replay, thank you very much for joining. Appreciate your faces. Here are some videos you may want to clickety-click, clickety-click. All right, so that was the first segment, the Hazza and Megsy news of the week. Thank you so much, Revealing, for getting those clips together and providing some of your expertise with that. Guys, if you want a full breakdown of that particular clip, because Revealing is definitely working on that right now. There's even more hidden secrets to decode with Hazza and Megsy's body language in that particular video. Then again, make sure you head on over to her channel. She'll give you the full analysis that is coming up. She's cooking that up in the kitchen right now as we speak, guys. With that being said, before we get on to the next segment, just a couple of shout outs. Firstly, Sergeant George Harrison, I salute you, lass. Thank you so much for the $20 sugar bucks, and the Ginger Doggy waving the #1 flag. I would say #1 for Revealing in this respect, because she is on fire for her first ever appearance on Royal Clubhouse, and hopefully not the last as well. Gail Andres, thank you so much for the $1.99 sugar bucks and the Ginger Doggy Fighting Arts moment. Appreciate it. Love it, love it, love it. Maggie the Black Owl, another Mexiteer YouTuber that we've had on Royal Clubhouse, which we will be having on again. Thank you so much for your support and the sugar bucks, honey, saying, good job, ladies. Love you. Appreciate you too, hon. Thank you so much for stopping by, and thank you so much for all your support and your friendship behind the scenes. I really do appreciate it, Maggie. And Lisa, mic drop Lisa, thank you so much for the £2 sugar bucks, saying, what about African Parks has been? Oh, we decoded some of has been as well in that video. Hope you enjoyed, Lisa. With that being said, let's crack on with the next segment, the non-Hazard and Megsy news of the week. She who shall not be named gets roasted by Prince William during the Earthshot Prize trip. Ho, 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 guys. This is a funny one, and in this segment. Will I do better this time? Well, let's find out in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef the Alternate, your nerdy alternative, and I am joined by Revealing the Narc, otherwise known as Revealing. Thank you so much for joining me this week for Royal Clubhouse. And in today's non-Hazard and Megsy news of the week, where we cannot mention their names in any way, shape or form, so they will now be known as they who shall not be mentioned. Yes, so someone gets roasted by Prince William during the Earthshot Prize ceremony. And guys, this is insane. Now let's start off with the jam situation. So Revealing, just to get just your overall thoughts on this, what do you think about she who shall not be named jam situation and the whole brand in a nutshell?
So what I can do is talk about my experience. Okay, so
Okay.
I had been thinking about creating this channel for a while, but I never did. And then one night before I created it, I checked if the Gmail was available. I checked if the X handle was available, and I checked if I could make a YouTube that was linked to the Gmail. Before I did anything, I checked that I could use the name consistently across all of these platforms. How do you start a brand, print labels, make an Instagram account, film a Netflix series, and you didn't check if you could use the name?
I
You're
know,
a
right?
businesswoman? You're a business? I'm not a businesswoman. And you have lawyers guiding you, which actually proves what was said in the Hollywood Reporter. They don't listen to their advisors. I bet you their advisors were like, hey, before we do anything, let's check that the name is okay.
You would have thought. I mean, I did exactly the same thing, right? With my channel name. I checked, made sure that no one else had it across all platforms, you know, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all that lot, right? Not taken, it's mine. And just as a little bit of a side note, guys, I am actually in the process of creating a second channel. I'm not going to say anything much right now, but stay tuned because it's going to be so much fun. But I did exactly the same thing. I had an idea for the name of the channel. I checked it all out, made sure no one else was using it, and I'm now running with it. And so, yeah, Revealing, I totally agree with this. How can someone launch a brand with a particular name but not check if someone else is actually like using it, or a variation of it, let's say, that could actually land her in potential legal water? Like, it makes zero sense. But that's where it looks like Megsy is right now. And so when you think of, let's say, the jam that was released to her friends and, you know, all the Hollywood elites, the 50 people, right? There's not been released to the general public at the moment. When you look at how the jam was presented, the top to it, the whole bottle of it, the notion that it could actually cost $250 per jar to buy Meg's jam. Overall, if you had the money, would you buy it?
No, I would buy from High Grove, honestly. But I just had a thought. The linen that is used as the top and the drawstring, doesn't it look like material that Meghan would have worn pants that look like that? Like, did she take an old pair of pants and just cut it up and use that as the lid? It's just very odd looking.
I would respectfully say no. And the only reason why I'm saying no is because the top of the jar that you're referring to there, it's not creased. It's not creased to high heaven, so that's why I would say that it's probably not from one of Meg's many creased garments, let's put it that way. Although, on a side note, have you ever noticed that I don't think she actually knows that tailors exist? I really, really don't. I mean, again, just as a side note, kind of going off topic here, but she who shall not be named, Andy and I, we went to Montecito last year in September, stuck to public places. We did not trespass whatsoever, as simple as that. And when we went to Montecito, we actually visited a tailor shop, and we asked, do you ever see him here? He said no. So, yeah, to me, she really does not use any tailors whatsoever. I don't think she knows the existence of them. Anywho, why am I mentioning the whole jam situation here? Well, this happened earlier on this week whilst Prince William was in Africa for the Earthshot Prize. And this was Prince William's sweet jam moment. A very proud Kalk Bay jam maker presents the future king with a bottle of her own jam face to face, with a lovely anecdote of how a bottle of Gansby jam landed in his palace kitchen. Now, if I've butchered any of those particular words, I really do apologize in advance. But let's just watch this because this is so freaking cute. And to me, this is the kind of body language, the kind of warmth, the kind of personality that attracts other people to like you. Prince William just being so warm, so friendly, and just so happy. Watch this.
That is my journey. It was 7 years ago that someone of your country buy the sour jam in Hansby. It is a small place where people buy luxuries. And they bought it there, and they go to England, and they give it to your grandmother. And that gem was standing in the kitchen of your palace. And today is for me, it's a privilege to meet you face to face. I have followed you as you have today.
You watch that clip and what is your reaction to all of that revealing?
Just the warmth, how much he's paying attention to what she's saying. It looks like no one else exists in the world except her while she's talking. He's actively listening. He's not looking for cameras and posing for cameras. It just seems very genuine.
I agree. And furthermore, there's a couple of other things I would add to that. Firstly, he doesn't wait for her to give him the jam. He don't wait for that. He actually goes over the line, like the middle line between them, to take it from her. As in, yeah, I'm interested. Gimme. I want to look at this. And as she's talking, he's looking intently at the jam, which is the topic of the conversation there. And then what this lady then does is, you'll notice, she then touches the top of the jam jar And he starts then looking at her. Probably missing it here. There we go. She touches the top of the jam jar, and then he starts looking at her. And then completely engrossed in then what she's saying towards the end. His whole body language is open. His feet are apart. It's all inviting. And my goodness, one of the brothers definitely got the good genes of Princess Diana, that's for sure. Both in looks and I would say personality as well when it comes to, you know, dealing with the people and speaking to the public. Do you have any final thoughts to add on this revealing?
No, I think you captured that very well. It summarizes it completely.
There we go, you guys. Well, if you appreciated what Revealing said, and of course you did, guys, why wouldn't you? Then please make sure you head on over to her channel, Revealing the Narc. Guys, she deserves way more subscribers than what she's on at the moment. She's giving you absolutely fire content on her own channel. With what we were discussing in the first segment, she will be releasing a full-on analysis video of the full clip of the gruesome twosome's most recent clip that's just been released. You don't want to miss that, guys. She's got so much insight that just in the first segment alone of Royal Clubhouse, I learned so much more, guys. So if you don't want to miss out on that, then please head on over to her channel right now and subscribe. I know the mods are sharing this in the live chat as we speak, so thank you for that, mods. In the meantime, did you know that Royal Clubhouse is now on Spotify as an exclusive audio-only podcast? So if you do have a Spotify account, please head on over there and give me a follow and give my content there some love. It's also the only place where you can exclusively hear on the replay the final segment of Royal Clubhouse, which is the last word. So if you ever want to replay it, this is the only place that you can do so. The link to that is pinned right at the top of the live chat, and it's also in the description bar below. With that being said, everyone on the live, stay exactly where you are. We are not done with you yet. We are going to get on to the next segment, which is the Royal Hero of the Week. Who have I chosen? Who has Revealing chosen? Who will you guys vote for in the end? That's all going to come up. In the meantime, those are the replay. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate your faces. Until the next time, you guys. Laters. All right, and that was the non-hazard and Megxit news of the week. Did much better than last week, if I do say so myself. I'm quite proud of myself there. But yeah, guys, my goodness, a little bit of support came our way whilst we were in the non-hazard and Megxit news of the week segment. Nita Oliver, my goodness, thank you so much for gifting a whopping 10 leaderships to some of you lucky lots out there. So everyone say, hey up to our newest leaders, courtesy of Nita Oliver. That's really, really, really kind and very generous of you, Nita. So thank you so much for that. With that being said, guys, you know what that means. Thanks to Nita, the gifting wars for this stream have officially begun. That means we're now on a whopping 11 new leaders for today's stream, and we're just 4 more away from 15 new leaders for today's stream. So who else is going to take up that sword and shield and be like, I know how to gift war too? Guys, we may soon find out. In the meantime, let's jump into the next segment, which is the Royal Hero of the Week. And let's start that right now. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef, the alternate, your nerdy alternative, and I'm here for this week's Royal Clubhouse Live with Revealing the Narc. Thank you so much for joining me this week, and I appreciate it. And in this segment, we are going to be discussing the Royal Hero of the Week. So, Revealing, without further ado, who have you nominated and why?
I will always choose Princess Catherine. I think she is such an example of grace and resilience there were 2 pieces of news that came out. Is going back to the gym, and she is returning back to her normal routine. There are also reports that she's limiting her stress, and all of this shows how much she prioritizes her mental health, her physical health, and it's an important message to everybody. And the second thing is that she's going to be attending 2 Remembrance Day events this weekend. So this, I think, shows her unwavering sense of duty. She's honoring veterans, she's supporting her country, and at the same time, she's prioritizing her health and her recovery. So I think she embodies compassion. She is so graceful, she is so strong, and she is a true inspiration.
Snaps. Snaps. Couldn't have said it better myself. And yes, a very, very worthy nomination for this week's Royal Hero of the Week. Guys, if you're watching live, the poll is up right now in the live chat. Who is your Royal Hero of the Week out of mine and Revealing's nominations? For those watching on the replay, who would you choose? Let me know in the comments down below. My nomination for Royal Hero of the Week, well, it's Prince William. The whole, Earthshot prize. I just had an absolute, mind fart there. Apologies. The Earthshot prize. The whole week has been an absolute success for him in Africa. And, to see clips coming out like this. Hi. Like, he's there on a boat. People are showing him what's going on. And there's onlookers. And he doesn't ignore them. They're waving, they're saying hi. And he's waving back. Like, there's a pure connection between him and the public that Hazza and Megxie would kill for.
I was waiting for you to take off, and then I was going to dive in. I was going to smoke after you. Love to your family and your beautiful wife. Thank you.
And he even has a conversation with them as well, being jovial, being jolly. Princess Catherine is our future queen. And my goodness, what a worthy future queen she is. Absolutely. Prince William, definitely a worthy king, a king of the people. Finally, we're going to get that, guys. We see this here, the Earthshot prize. He makes it about the prize and the people, never about him. His dedication and passion is clearly evident. And I definitely agree with that Laird of the Manor here. You look at this and wow. Watch the speech in full, follow Laird of the Manor, but the speech that he makes at the Earthshot prize is astounding, and it's definitely worlds apart from the gruesome twosome and their more recent appearance in the clip that Revealing and I analysed in our earlier segment, the Hazza and Megxie News of the Week. But finally, again, Hazza and Megxie would have killed for these crowds when they were last in Colombia. No one came to see him in Colombia. Everyone came to see Prince William in Cape Town, in South Africa. And they're all there and they're all happy to see him. And so if there were any doubts that the future of the monarchy was in jeopardy, up Scobie, talking to you, mate, you can kindly piss off, because with Prince William and Princess Catherine as our future king and queen, I think the monarchy's going to be all right, mate. Revealing. Like I said, Princess Catherine, definitely a worthy choice. I'm so excited that she's going to be attending Remembrance Sunday. I might actually stream that, guys. Might actually jump on and stream my reaction to the Remembrance Sunday service for you guys. So stay tuned for that and make sure you subscribe. And I do have a special announcement for Sunday, which will be coming up soon. So stay tuned for that. But Revealing, what do you think to my nomination with Prince William and, what he's done this week for Earthshot Prize?
It's incredible. I had a hard time choosing between Princess Catherine and Prince William. And Yeah, it was very difficult for me to choose between the two, but in the back of my head, I figured you would choose the other one. So I was like, okay, I can pick one, and I'm sure Steph will pick the other one, and it'll be fine, and both will be nominated. So I I feel either one was a great choice.
Fair play. And guys, oh my goodness, look who is in the chat. Trevor Colt, me mate, Trevor Colt. I saw him. We met up in real life earlier on this week on Monday. Oh my goodness, what an adventure that was. Trevor, hey up, mate. Everyone say hey up to Trevor. And just a quick shout out for my mate. If you're not subscribed to him on his channel, Trevor Colt MC, get it done now, guys. Get it done now. Trevor, I appreciate you, mate. Thank you so much for stopping by and jumping in. I need to get onto your channel again. Oh my goodness. That live stream we did earlier on this week had so much fun. We need to do it again. And you need to come on my channel. Dude, Royal Clubhouse, you and I. Let's get it sorted. Let's get it done. But just on, that was a little bit of a tangent there. But let's stop this poll that's in the live chat. Who has won this week's Royal Hero of the Week? So looking at this, 83 votes. Princess Catherine in at 38%. Prince William at 61%. So Prince William is your Royal Hero of the Week. For those watching on the replay, do you agree with those results? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you appreciated Revealing's nomination, and a buttload of you did, then do make sure you head on over to her channel, Revealing the Narc. I'm telling you, she's coming with the fire. She is coming with deep analysis of the gruesome twosome when it comes to their body language. And as I'm learning even more just by talking to her directly, she has so much knowledge when it comes to narcissism and narcissistic people. She's got an amazing insight that I'm learning so much more than ever before. So you want to learn more? Head on over to a channel right there. And finally, did you know that Royal Clubhouse is now on Spotify exclusively as an audio-only podcast? So if you have Spotify, please head on over, give me some love, follow me there, give the podcast some love as well. Also, it's the only place where you can exclusively listen to the final segment, The Last Word, on replay. Not on YouTube. You're not going to see it on YouTube on replay. The only place you're going to see it on the replay is there on Spotify. So if you don't want to miss out on that, head on over there. The link is right at the top of the live chat pinned, and it's in the description bar below. With that being said, thank you so much for those on the replay for stopping by. Everyone on the live stream, stay exactly where you are. We're not done with you yet. But until the next time, you guys, laters. All right, guys. So that was your Royal Hero of the Week. We're going to be steaming right ahead into Royal Zero of the Week in a moment. But just a quick thank you to Vicky A coming in and gifting 5 leaderships to some of you lucky lots out there. So everyone say, hey up to our newest leaders, courtesy of Vicky A. That takes us to a whopping 16 new leaders for today's stream. We're just 4 more away from 20 new leaders for today's stream. So who else is going to take up that sword and shield like Vicky A and be like, I know how to gift war too? Guys, we may soon find out. We may soon find out. I see Trevor saying thank you. Oh, you're very welcome. You're very, very welcome. And I'm seeing a lot of comments welcoming Trevor to the community and to the chat. Keep it up, guys. Keep it up. With that being said, let's dive into the Royal Zero of the Week. Who have I chosen? Who is Revealing chosen? Let's find out right now. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef, the alternate, your nerdy alternative, and I'm here live for Royal Clubhouse with Revealing the Narc. And in this segment, we're going to be discussing the Royal Zero of the Week. So, Revealing, without further ado, who have you nominated for your Royal Zero of the Week and why?
And just like my royal hero will always be Princess Catherine, my royal zero will always be Meghan. She is utterly despicable with the video clip that they released this week. We all know that her intention is not to help the children, but is to control her narrative. It's to silence critics. It's to manipulate us into believing she's a good parent, allegedly. She wants to dominate us. She wants to silence us. And you know, I feel like the people are going to stand up against that, and it's not going to happen, Meghan. It's not going to happen. We're always going to have something negative to say about you because you don't take advice. And that's it. Thank you.
I love it. I love how based you are. Like, just how savage you are. Like, you will call a spade, and you will not beat around the bush. Like, I respect that from you, revealing. Like,
Thank
like
you.
you're like a little bit of a spirit animal for me. I love it. But yeah, and you know, after everything you've just said there, what came into my head was, not today, Satan.
Not today. Not tomorrow either.
Not today, not tomorrow, not ever, Satan. Are you gonna ever try and control what we think or what we're gonna say? Of course, as long as it's within the law, blah, 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 all that disclaimer. But yeah, it's just, yeah, not gonna happen. Not today, Satan. Definitely a worthy nomination, guys. In terms of my nomination, who is it? Well, it has to be the opposite, really, generally speaking, unless something really bad happens with another member of the royal family. It is Hazza himself. Yes, Royal Zero of the Week for so many reasons. The main one being Donald Trump's being re-elected as President of the United States. And as I have actually outlined in this particular video here and this particular video here, I show you guys clips of Donald Trump in interviews and also articles where Donald Trump has been quoted. And this has been over a space of years, guys. He has never been Hazza and Meg's biggest fan. And you can listen to clips in these particular videos where he's asked point blank, do the American public have the right to know what is on Prince Harry's visa form? And he says yes. Guys, he is now going to be the next president of the United States. He's the president-elect. Yeah, Hazza is quaking in his boots right now as far as I'm concerned. And I released a video yesterday with my good friend DC lawyer John Witherspoon, and he provided his legal expertise and his knowledge and also his experience, because he is in Washington, DC, guys. He's got his ear to the ground with a lot of this. And yeah, he gives his opinion on whether, you know, the visa application will be released and if Trump will use his special presidential powers in order to actually make that happen. And so, yeah, for those reasons, it looks like Prince Harry may have to say bye-bye to America pretty soon. He is my royal loser of the week, royal zero of the week. Yeah, revealing, what do you think, you know, to the whole, you know, President Trump being elected and how that may affect Harry and Meghan? Do you have any thoughts on that?
So it reminds me of when Meghan was married to Trevor Engelson and she got the job on Suits. They found out that Suits was going to be filming in Toronto, and she was the only cast member that was excited to go to Toronto because she wanted to eventually divorce Trevor. So I think this is going to be a great reason for their marriage to dissolve if Harry is deported. And, you know, there's a lot of questions here. There's a lot of, you know, for people that stand on the ethical high ground, I don't know how, you know, having exceptions to the law is okay. Especially what did Harry say earlier today in that video? I'm drawing a blank now. How, the law is outdated. Okay, well, you're also going against the law with supposedly, allegedly, what's in your visa. At some point, you have lied about something, and it's going to catch up to you.
And it is. I mean, I am absolutely astounded that he thought it was the best idea in the whole wide freaking world to be so candid about his past illicit substance use. It's like, what? I mean, presumably with every other kind of memoir and book in that regard, you have lawyers, right? And they go through it with a fine-tooth comb. Why didn't his lawyers or Penguin Random House lawyers go through it, see his inclusion of his prior illicit substance use and be like, do you know what? Don't put that in because you're not a full-on permanent resident of the United States. United States has some very, very strong stances against those from the outside coming in that have had illicit substance usage in the past, i.e. Kate Moss, Nigella Lawson, Amy Winehouse, to name a few. Yeah, don't mention any of that, otherwise you could be in for a world of hurt. I'm surprised that no one in legal warned him to take that out.
Can I tell you my theory?
Go for it.
I think Meghan wanted it in the book. Meghan needed it in the book. And he is so foolish that he didn't connect the dots there. Meghan is strategic, in my opinion, and she wanted it out there that he does illicit substances. She wanted that known. And I mean, you never know what types of things she might have filmed, right? So I feel she's been gathering evidence on him from day one, and it's all going to be used against him at some point.
Well, that's what I think. That it's not a matter of if, but when they divorce. And when they do, it'll be a case of she'll use all that then against him and be like, oh, he's dangerous because he still takes illicit substances and he gets out of control, this, that, and the other. And he's a danger to the children, so he can't have 50-50 custody, this, that, and the other. And she'll use his weaknesses against him to still elicit the maximum amount of control over him and the children. To me, that sounds like a full-blown narcissist. Would that track with you as well?
Completely.
Seems to be another, like, again, I'm coming to another, like, light bulb moment about these monsters, that they use your weaknesses in order to control you even more. Did you find that happen in, like, your own personal situation or those of others?
Yeah, and actually the advice I give to, I know this doesn't sound connected, but I'll connect it. The advice I give to single people that are going out on dates, you don't need to share everything. Keep as much as you can close to the chest, because if you are dealing with someone that has narcissistic tendencies, their purpose is to gather evidence, and they will use that again. Well, it's to gather evidence and that they will use against you later to hurt you. And they also will turn into all of the positive things that you described. So they will manipulate you into believing that they're perfect. And then once their mask falls, all the things that you shared with them is going to come out and in a bad way. And I think that is also what happened here. And I think that's also Meghan's tactic for gathering evidence. Eventually, it's probably happening in private right now, where Meghan is using it against him. And soon enough, it's going to come out in the public.
Well, guys, with that being said, if you appreciated what Revealing said, and I know you guys did, then please head on over to her channel, Revealing the Narc, guys. She deserves way more subscribers than what she's got at the moment. She's definitely bringing the fire content. Her analysis of the gruesome twosome when it comes to body language and narcissism is so in-depth, it's unreal. You know, even speaking to her right now, live on this channel, I'm learning so much more than ever before. So if you don't want to miss out on gaining some extra knowledge, head on over to her channel right now and subscribe. Also as well, did you know that Royal Clubhouse is now on Spotify exclusively as an audio-only podcast? Well, if you didn't, you do now. So if you've got Spotify, head on over to Royal Clubhouse by Stef the Alternerd. Give me a follow. Give the content on there some love. And guess what, guys? There's a Spotify exclusive. It's the only place that you're able to hear the next segment, The Last Word, on replay, guys. So yeah, with that being said, let's end the poll that's in the live chat at the moment. Let's see who won. All righty. Hey, revealing you won. Meghan Markle 78%, Prince Harry 21%. So your royal hero of the week, guys, is Meghan Markle. Those watching on the replay, do you agree with that? Let me know in the comments down below. With that being said, those on the live stay exactly where you are. We're not quite done with you yet. Everyone watching on the replay, thanks for watching. Until the next time, laters.